Good day, this is Carol Parisi, and I'm here with Roger Keats. And over the weekend, there was a little situation. And Mr. Keats, can you please explain what happened?
Yeah, well, we're here at Humboldt Park, and there was a giant festival sponsored by a great big local church, a going back to school festival. They had dentists and haircuts and book bags and all sorts of things to get the kids ready for school. Great location, you're here with parents, whatever. So we were here, thousands and thousands of people, and we were then told by originally a group of security guards and then by Chicago police officers that they wanted us to leave. Well, we knew who the pastor was. We knew perfectly well he was glad to have us here, and we knew perfectly well we were welcome guests. So I was very polite and told them we had no intention of leaving. And they explained that they didn't want us here and that this was unacceptable. Well, I saw Governor Pat Quinn over there, and although Pat Quinn and I are not friends, we were associates, we know each other. We walked over and we were talking, and they came back a second time to tell me that they wanted me to leave. And so I pointed at Governor Quinn and I said, I'll make you a deal. When you throw him out, we'll walk out right behind him. Well, of course, they didn't like that. So finally I told them, either you're going to arrest me and take me out in handcuffs, or just leave us alone. We are campaigning. We are meeting people. There's a First Amendment. This is America. This is a public park. And unless you have something that I don't know about, let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. And then we just left. So they came up to us several times, not just me, but others of my volunteers. And we all said, no, we're not leaving. And the pastor and the church were more than happy to have us here. There was no complaint with there whatsoever. But all the time we would ask who they was. And of course, they will never tell you who they is. And we know perfectly well it wasn't the sponsor of the event. So we have to assume it was some of the Chicago machine, Democrat politicians, just trying to make sure that we didn't have an independent Democrat like Tino Medina and I working together.
So they did not hold you to the same standard as they did to Governor Quinn. You are not aware of them asking Governor Quinn to leave, and what else happened during the day from this?
They didn't ask Governor Quinn or Attorney General Madigan to leave. In fact, Governor Quinn, to his credit, saw what was going on, decided he didn't want to be standing there, and kind of chuckled. He could tell what was going on, and he knew me well enough to know I wasn't leaving anyway, so he didn't want to get caught in the middle of it. But it was that, no, it was strictly geared towards me and toward my volunteers, and we were easy to find. We were wearing what I like to call yellow, but my volunteers refer to as canary shirts with my names on them, and I'm 6'5" and blonde. We were not hard to find in the crowd, and we were the only people they asked to leave.
Now, you know the pastor. Were you invited to be participating in this? Is this something that was discussed beforehand?
I did not discuss it with him beforehand, but we did once we got here and cleared it with him, because if he'd said he didn't want us here, we would have left. But so that was the situation. It was a church event on public property.
So you were welcome here by the pastor, the person that was actually having this event.
Yes. If he had told us to leave, we would have left.
Now, did anything else transpire during the day?
No, wonderful crowds. We had a great time. I probably got a high five from about 1,000 kids. We did pass out some literature, and then really just spent some time talking to both volunteers from the church and just parents about school and, frankly, what we could do to make Cook County and Chicago a better place to be.
So it's Roger Keats against the Chicago machine. And Roger, what position are you running for to help make change in Illinois?
President of the Cook County Board. People forget Cook County is the second largest county in America. Being president of the Cook County Board is bigger than being the governor of Wisconsin, Maryland, Minnesota, states like that. This is bigger than most states, and also larger budget. Cook County is almost 6 million people, about 125 municipalities, the largest being Chicago, with about 23,000 employees.